Hi guys, I'm back from the Venice Film Festival. It's been yet another fantastic experience, even better than last year. I've seen a lot of great films, I've seen a lot of bad films as well, mostly boring and long ones and very pretentious films. But I've also met a shit ton of celebrities, some that I was expecting to see, others that were completely unexpected. It's been one hell of an experience. And finally, I get to talk about the movies. If you've been following the blog, you've already read the reviews for most of these, but let's start with the opening film of the festival, which was First Man. First Man is a biopic about Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, and it is directed by Damien Chazelle and it stars Ryan Gosling and Claire Foy. And this film has got quite the hype behind it, and I was mildly excited about it, and there is just one thing that didn't really gel right with me. It's that this is the first film that Damien Chazelle has made that isn't written by him, and it's a biopic. And I'm not the biggest fan of biopics because they tend to be the same exact film every single time. And so I was cautiously optimistic. I went in the theater, everyone was excited. The film starts, and after it ended, I have to say, it's a good film. And unfortunately, we were all expecting something better, something more than just being a good film. The only real standouts are the space scenes, because the film is about Neil Armstrong as he starts the journey to become the first man on the moon. And there are a lot of technicalities that aren't usually talked about, a lot of failures that these astronauts had with their experience, with their experiments. The worst aspect about it is that you don't really care all that much, like these people are dying in incidents, he's risking his life, and for the most part you don't really feel the drama, you don't really feel anything for these characters. The relationship between Gosling and Claire Foy, his wife, it's just weird. She is okay in the film, so I might even say Oscar worthy, but in my opinion she just gives a fine performance with a terrible wig on her hair, which was very embarrassing to watch. And Gosling is fine, he's a really good actor, and here is just fine. He's better suited for other types of movies, where he has to show emotion in different ways, something like Drive or Blade Runner or even The Nice Guys. Here it was just okay, nothing mind-blowing. The only true aspects that I found mind-blowing, exciting, great were the space scenes, and there are mostly just two. The first one is the first launch, first mission that Armstrong goes to, and the second one is the mission to the moon. And those scenes are just beautiful. The entire rest of the film, everything that is set on Earth, is mediocre, very average, your usual biopic with middle-of-the-road cinematography and decent acting. But the space scenes, they are fantastic. They're seen all from the point of view of Ryan Gosling, who is inside this cockpit, who sees nothing, who doesn't hear anything, and there are these little sounds, these little noises, and it's intense. It's truly, truly intense, especially the first mission. It had my heart racing, also thanks to the fantastic score by Justin Hurwitz. It's fantastic, it's great, and something truly spectacular. It almost feels like they used actual models rather than CGI for the space scenes. It's quite the journey to go through. But after that, as I've said, there is a lot of melodrama that doesn't quite work. Everything set on Earth, it's pretty bland, and while there are some interesting aspects that aren't usually talked about when talking about the first landing on the moon, especially all the failures that NASA had, overall it was entertaining and watchable in a very mild way, with the only standouts, as I've said, being the space scenes. Other than that, it's kind of a disappointment, honestly, and it started the festival off on the wrong foot maybe, because everyone was expecting something more from Chazelle. But as I've said, it's not written by him, it's a true story, it lacks the energy that he had in his other movies, and I do props to him for doing something different, from going in a different direction from his more music-based movies, but still you do feel the lack of energy in the filmmaking, except for the space scenes. But still guys, I recommend you watch First Man. especially if you can in IMAX on the biggest screen possible, just for the aforementioned scenes in space, because, as I said, they're fantastic, they're gorgeously made, but everything else, very meh, unfortunately. But still, are you excited for First Man? And is this your most anticipated film of the year? Apparently a lot of people are looking forward to this, but just go cautiously optimistic into the theater, okay? Still, guys, thanks as always for watching. To like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.